All right. We are back. Our guest, I think, is calling in right now. So let me just click over. It's your Perspective Talk Show. David speaking.
Good afternoon, good evening. This is Patricia. I'm James calling.
How are you this evening?
Good night, Miss James. How are you?
I am doing excellent. Thank you so much, David. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for calling in. We are live right now. We're streaming out through our website. People can see the show. They can see us, and they can also listen via our radio station as well. All from the same website, streaming live from the VI.com radio and what we call TV. Is one way to put it. But thanks for coming on. And so we just wanted to talk to you a little bit about. We know you ran in this last senatorial election, didn't make it, and I just wanted to get some insight on what your perspective is on like crime and tourism and education, infrastructure. How would you fix things? What's your plan? So let's tell us a little bit about I do remember you from back in the day. I must say that. You were, I think, when I was in ninth grade at St. Joseph. I think you might have been in either 10th or 11th, if I'm not mistaken. And then you kind of graduated, and I actually switched to Central for 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. But
Okay.
so what have you been doing? If, share a little bit about what you've been doing, and maybe is this your first time running?
Yeah, this is my first time running for office, yes, David.
Okay, and so what brought that on to decide to run?
It wasn't a decision that I really made on my own, but you're born for something. You can run from it as long as you want, but this is what I was sent to the earth to do.
Okay.
I'm eighth generation Crucian, and I've seen from when St. Croix came and where it is today. And I know, David, we can do better.
Okay.
But the problem with our people, the problem is the mindset that we carry. That is why my logo, my slogan, and still is New Breed 8. A new way of thinking for a new way of living. 8 represents a new beginning. Okay, 8 also represents the fact that I'm 8th generation Crucian as well.
Okay.
The problem of people, we think too negative. If it rain, we complain. If it's too hot, we complain. If it's too cold, we complain. We are a set of people who are ungrateful. And God cannot bless a people on the land that is ungrateful. We have no gratitude.
Okay.
Like we say in the kingdom of God, attitude of gratitude raises your altitude. You
Yes,
complain too much.
Okay.
True that.
Okay.
So the whole thing is that if the people's mindset has to change. Yes, they say they want change, but when it is presented to them, they don't really want change. They like the comfort, like too hard to change. They think it takes too much to change. And what we understand is our children are suffering. For example, David, let me give you an example here. Last week, I happened to come across a Facebook a message notification from a young man where I work in Central High. And 120 Central High seniors made the honor roll, and I have yet to see that on a front page anywhere.
Okay. Okay.
If there was a killing, if they had a fight, if they had teeth, oh yes, it had been on the front page of the Avis and on the front page of the consortium and the Daily News. But the fact that our children excelling, we instantly that our mindset thick. We like death and negativity. Our children them succeeded in battered in broken down schools. They're still excelling, but we're not mentioning that. That is why I'm talking about the way we think.
Okay. So as you talk about schools, let's talk about education. So what was your position on the whole education system here in the Virgin Islands when you were running for office? What were your thoughts on the whole education system? I mean, the schools are a lot of schools need to be rebuilt. There's no books. Teachers are still buying supplies.
And David, you voted to ask me that because you see, my daughter is now in Bryn Mawr. We went to private school in her beginning years, her primary years. Then I sent her to public school because I said to her, come on, they have the resource that can take you where you need to go. When she got to Elena Christian, she came home one day and said, I'm not going to school here in St. Croix anymore. My daughter at 12 years old came home, 11 years, came home and told me that.
Okay.
Okay? All right? I said, where would you go? She said, I'm going to boarding school. Why? There's a gentleman named Peter Booth, was the Corning VP of Corning, had a home in St. Croix, and through Jennifer Jackson, he was able to sponsor some program at the Caribbean Art Museum at the Art in Frederickston. When he came back for the after summer program event and exhibition, he was impressed to the point that he was sending he was giving contributions to their field, his alumni, but he decided to allocate it, to name it for St. Croix students out of the public school. Okay? Now, I come back to the EDC companies because I've been writing them. I'm going to write them because I see the wicked. And those leaders who allow them to come in our community and rape us, they're wicked too.
Okay.
These people coming here with 100% exemption. Their children going to boarding schools. They contributing to the boarding schools in the community but here, what they eating, what they fucking, we don't get nothing. We get in our children going to boarding schools, and there is nowhere where we see in the EDC laws where these EDC companies should be assigned to a school.
Okay.
Here in America, these corporations are assigned to schools, sponsored by so-and-so schools. My understanding is that some of them are willing to give, but they're being told the money has to come to the Department of Education. I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't see why if company A wants to go and pay the school or put in new windows, they have to go through education for the money. I don't trust them. They're too crooked.
Okay.
They're talking real. Okay? Yes, some of them want to give, and now to the point they want to give, but because they're being told how to give the money, they don't trust the government either. So our children are losing because of the crooked leaders them we are continuing to elect. I am holding my tongue. You call me, you tend to come on your program.
Well, that's what it's perspective is all about. You speak your speak your mind, so
speak your perspective.
Yeah, there's my perspective.
So,
the EDC company, like the other month, one EDC company reported gross receipts of $97 million here in the Virgin Islands, and we got nothing from it. And wanting to know what we have to borrow, and then nobody from the bond market don't want us because the gross receipt coffers are empty. They want to build the economy off of the backs of the poor people, and these big companies coming in and eating from us, raping us. They're coming to wash the dirty money here, the laundering the money here, but let's leave the dirty water to wash the blight out the plants. Them, you think?
Yes, sir.
So let me ask you this question about education. So do you think like the Department of Education itself is what we call like maybe too top heavy? They got too many I don't know, like deputies.
The government too top heavy. Period. That was education alone. It's too top heavy. Period.
Just in general.
In general, it's too top heavy. I think about it, and I'm gonna bite my tongue. Here, I have a PhD. People know me home qualified. You could put me to do anything, I could do anything. But you see what happened at home, I'm not biting my tongue. If you're sexing them, eating with them, drinking with them, you can't get a walk. That's what's going on at home. I'm not going to bite my tongue. That's what's going on in the Virgin Islands.
Okay.
If you don't sell your soul, you can't get to eat.
So, Ms. James, what was your position? What was your take on this whole thing in general? What was your platform what you were running on to bring to the people?
My platform, number one, was I dealt with agriculture, my main concern. We have to eat, and what about from the inside out?
Yes.
We have to eat in there. Okay, and when you go to agriculture, you can't be telling me that agriculture could go Gulf Coast. We even have a pond with ducks in it and all.
Exactly, furnished lands. And
you're telling me that we can put some. When I went to inquire, because I mean campaign just by running my mouth. I did my research. I told my farmer.
Right.
I know that Errol Chichester, I hold him come back today. After Peterson, they have those deputy pap and hijack. You can't even go and buy a proper sapling from the nursery. They're telling you, check me later, check me home. This is my number, call me and get a tree. This is stuff that's happening, and we think it's okay. Nobody want to talk about it because somebody has to speak the truth. Why our place look like a Gulf Coast? Well, we can have groves in there. I inquire the men them said to me, Ms. James, every time the workers, the bottom level, rank and file, suggesting something to make the department grow and become an agricultural department, they're being told, no, the fair. So 3 days of the fair holds the agricultural industry in St. Croix hostage.
Wow.
And what I'm saying to you, I just tell them in the face. I have
Okay.
nothing to lose.
Okay.
I have nothing to lose, baby.
Okay. So with the agriculture, you're in favor of basically like just growing acres of passion fruit and coconut and guava and all this kind of stuff and feeding ourselves and maybe selling the extra.
Yes.
Okay.
That is, before you even think about exporting, let's think about feeding ourselves first.
Hmm. And you feel
Okay,
like
I don't,
it
if
can
we're talking
definitely be
about
done.
allocating, we're talking about the cannabis industry, the medicinal cannabis industry. Okay, we're
Okay.
growing cannabis, whatever. But listen, you know, I know you smoke a weed, you're hungry. So I got eat smoke weed and eat grass. If you could put legislation, man, for weed, you could put legislation for tomatoes, for okra. Mr. So and so, we give you how much acres of land last year. You don't plant nothing. If you bring it back to us, we want you to plant okra. We're gonna give you the okra seeds. We're gonna give you the okra slips. Plant at least a half acre of okra. We could do that.
Okay. Okay. What?
Allocate. You got my land. The land that the farmers them are using down in the agricultural allotment. If some of them have the land for years in the bush, they're using it.
But then again, too, Miss James.
Allocate these things. These things could be done. You want to legislate tomato, legislate okra, legislate shark craft. You know what I mean? In the meantime, tell me about the mango grove over there. Tell me why we can't go wrap our bucket and pay agriculture $5 and go my 5 gallon bucket and fill my bucket of mango.
Nobody
When a
want.
guava grove, the same thing. So when Christmas time come, who are making guava tart, and they come to agriculture, bring their bucket and get a bucket full for $10 a guava out of a guava grove. Same thing with avocado, they're playing games.
Yeah.
The trees, they're playing games.
So what are your thoughts on this whole thing of weed legalization, medical decriminalization? You for any of that or against any of that?
Nothing wrong with the weapons. Everybody smoke a little weed now and again. Old people smoke weed for pain. It's good for menopausal insomnia. It's good for, it's there. No we have to stop playing all these games. It's there. Quarter of us women think we're smoking marijuana. Some of the older women like ourselves, when they take it down, I guess for insomnia, for pain. Some of the doctors, some of our doctors, them home telling them the cancer patients a little weed good for you, to help you with the nausea and things. So yes, it's bush. I am for the legalization of medicinal marijuana. Yes, I am.
Okay.
Miss James, are you going to still keep running for the senatorial position?
Excuse me, baby.
Are you going to keep running the next 2 years again? Come around. Are you going to put your hat back in the ring again? Because you seem like you really have a mission, and the people them need a new
voice,
a new blood.
Yeah, yes, I plan to run. You see, if I tell you honestly, I don't know what position I run. I don't know how much votes I got. So about getting the message out and letting the people them know it's a new day.
Right.
And that indeed there are leaders on the horizon that have your interest. The leaders that are thinking like you, not afraid to confront, not afraid to speak the truth. According to one of my mentors, the truth might offend, but it's not a crime.
Most definitely not.
Yes, I intend to run again in 2018 because it's a new day. It might be dark now, but it's always, the new day starts at 12 a.m. The
That's
pain
right.
hits you most in the 4 morning. You can't wait till morning. Come, oh God, I can't wait until daybreak. But they're going to be balanced for 2018.
Let me ask you, do you have any visions for the economical development of our territory, or especially St. Croix here right now?
Yes,
Are we really in a dire...
I spoke in land of agriculture again. I'm coming back to something that is the trend of the future. I mentioned in my campaign, and one of my brochures is called micro dairies. Other people, so that dairy industry can't work, but you only see a cow. And that's still more goat, I don't think that's in Croy. And we have goat milk and goat cheese, and those are delicacies that gourmet food. And we can be the hub in the Caribbean in St. Croix for goat cheese production. But it's micro dairy. Even micro dairy go where you can have 4 cows in your yard. I still have a micro dairy. So these are trends of the future. Number 2, I spoke was micro dairies, and I spoke about the aquaculture bill 6471. Act 6471 that was proposed by, sponsored by Amanda Rocky Library, to just visibility study into the agriculture industry in the Virgin Islands. So, we're passing bills to study stuff I don't study already.
Yes.
Because it is UVI, CVI, St. Croix in particular, that developed the tilapia, the agriculture industry in the Virgin Islands. People coming from all over the world, taking our resources, our technology, going back and building their nation where we their home. So we have stuff that we can do, right there, resources right there that we can use. And next thing we have this bandwidth, and that we have the fastest bandwidth hub in the Western Hemisphere that was installed by Global Crossers, now owned by Mr. P. Pemberton. What are we doing with that? Why were girls them home that stay on like Facebook? How come we not tapped in our girls to stay at home and work from home with medical coding? But all this other stuff that's been offered in America that I could do up here, but I can't do home.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they're playing games. So let's stay. See, you did not go to Cuba with the president as she chose to meet with Google and Yahoo executives and Buccaneer. She was scorned for that, but she was correct. And we have to get things going home.
You said you referred to she. Who was she?
Huh?
Did you refer to she?
No, I says what's going on.
Okay.
It says when Stacey did not go to Cuba with the president, and she chose instead to host Yahoo and Google and the other technological giants in Buccaneer, people scorned her.
Okay.
And made fun of her, ridiculed her. Okay? But these are the ways that we have to build our economy.
Okay.
Every place says young ladies staying home and they work in call centers, people working in call centers all over the world. And we have the fastest bandwidth and we can't get a call center home. Something is wrong.
Yeah.
I keep saying that too because St. Croix is being used as a hub for the internet to go out into the Caribbean, down into South America and all over the world.
Yes.
So why are we not tapping into this, you know?
You're talking about tourism. That's a fluid economy with something base.
Right.
There's things that we can do at home. You know, and I'm more even so for entrepreneurship. Darling, home to get a little something from EDA is a headache. They want to mash the guts and still they mash the guts, cut it open and then put nothing back in it.
Wow.
No.
Yeah.
It's not me alone. And some of our local people are being told no.
Right.
But it gives the local people on a government job, the senators, governors, and they get in the EDA money and we can't sell business from them, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we got to be real.
Yeah, of
And
course.
injustice taking place. I'm saying to the people of St. Croix, the Virgin Islands, if we don't get our act together, I don't got much getting act together because when Donald Trump swear he's a businessman, he audited everything that belongs to the U.S.
Yeah, man, that's real talk for sure, man. So, what when it comes to tourism, I mean, do you think that just maybe getting more ships here? What about like airplane
We
tourism?
don't want no ship, right? We don't mind the ships. Now, let me tell you this. I am one for, hear me, Air China, Norwegian Airlines, Air Australia, Air Korean, Air everybody. You hear why that?
Yes.
Let it come. We're talking about the Chinese coming and the Chinese come with our mind. We're too limited at island thinking. We got to be limited. We think like chickens instead of eagles. They cannot take. When they build here for us, only we in the Caribbean ain't nothing for the Chinese, you know. They're building coming up through the Caribbean. I travel a lot. I went to Antigua a couple of years back and forth. I had to stop in Antigua with Leah. I was keep you over.
Mhm.
Next thing you know, I was eating hamburger and drinking White-A-Malt and standing flight at the airport. I went back in 2000, back in 2005, and then I went back last year, back to Barbados. And there I got in last Antigua airport. I'm looking for my hot dog and flies them, okay? You know where I'm at the moment.
Right.
I'm talking serious, but we don't want this, and we don't want that, and we don't want nothing so we get nothing. And then we balling again. But yes, I am one for the Chinese coming a little bill. They can't take it with them. I travel the whole Caribbean. I see how they're building. And people getting jobs. Let them build. They can't take it with them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So what do you think? So what do you think, Ms. James? That is the mindset of the people that don't want to bring no prosperity here, no development here. What do you think that is causing the stagnation here?
The people that they elect people like yourself. And when people get them, promise them free life, free food, free water, free house, free this, free that. It's free. It's a slave mentality they continue to perpetuate.
Entitlement.
Huh?
Entitlement.
You understand?
Yeah.
Okay? And it's the people's mentality to settle with that. Okay? And then what's being said to them, because now you doing a good thing on the mountain of media, by bringing another perspective and bringing good news and alternative way of thinking of living at home. That a medium that we have been doing that. They keep feeding negative, like I said. The chairman, 120 of our students from Central High senior class made the honor roll. 17 made the principal honor roll. We have yet to see that day. You see the way out there in the home, out there?
No.
Have you seen that?
No.
That's what I'm talking about. What you're feeding your people them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me ask you. Give me some thought. Give me some of your thoughts or your perspective on the whole crime situation here. There's a lot of crime and.
Listen to me, man. My perspective is you can't legislate morality. You can't put them all down for crime. Number one, they're already in the books. You cannot legislate forgiveness. You can't legislate love. You cannot legislate morality. That are issues that stem from the heart of men.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And you have young men at home that can't go work. Let me say that next. Let me look at current situation. When a young man wants to get a job, poor soul, he don't have a license, and he only has $25, but he can get not even a state-issued ID with that.
Mm-hmm.
He can't get his voter's registration. His card is no good. It doesn't serve as a valid ID. He has to pay $200 almost to get his passport. You understand this design? I'm coming again. The day Frederick said by the corner by Human Services, a big strapping building. I seen young men that have carried them there to get food stamp, $250 food stamp a month, and Medicaid. Okay? But there is no Department of Labor in Frederick said in that building. Come on, so I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? There are over 1,000 jobs in the VIC, probably about 400 I think, right to the research and whatever. Okay? What them jobs will have been trained for? Okay, our workforce is not being directed and trained for those jobs.
Mm-hmm.
We have people coming in from Puerto Rico. Tell me why we can't have a heavy equipment operator school in St. Croix.
I always said that.
Wait.
I always said that, Ms. James. I always said that because that was one of the things I was interested in at one point at time in my life. And up to today, I keep saying that why we can't have that school here in the territory, especially St. Croix.
I still have the money eating again in the government. They're hiring the boys in public works and Department of Agriculture, right?
Yeah, but you got skilled men. You got skilled men doing.
They don't know how to work the machine, David.
Mm.
Some people, they're calling in my friend like Valentine and Mr. B and some other to help them fix the machine, and all they're saying to them, let us train these fellows because the wear and tear that's supposed to be in 18 months is happening in 8 months because they ain't training the young men. There's nothing wrong with we have big heads now. We have the vocational school. The bush growing high wrong there. Now put them to work the machine, train them over there to cut the grass with the machine, tobacco and thing. Understand? But no vision. The people perish for lack of vision. The political leaders don't have no vision. People ain't got no vision. And therefore the voters for leaders, the only vision they could see is provision for their pocket.
Yes, I.
David, you know me from St. Joseph, I saw this.
Yeah, I was. I think you were a rebel then, and you still are. So nothing's changed.
I was the Senate president in those days. I used to run St. Joseph High School. Yes, I did.
Yeah, Ms. James. One of the biggest problems we got here is our infrastructure. You come out the airport, and it's like you're in a third world country. We can't see. We're dropping in potholes. I've told David.
I have an insight. I have a little inside tip on that. Let me tell you. What happened is that we don't have enough material of the plan that we have. Okay? Between VI paving and VI asphalt. The same as if the work when if that plan kick up when it feels like. Okay? That is why the governor in his act-like agreement is supposed to have an asphalt plan built down there on the dock. Right. I don't know what the status is on that. Okay? But there is no materials here to pave our roads. So what happened, that is part of the political movement down too. Dow shut down the road project and all the materials were being used to fix the airport, the runway. Understand that the composite for the runway is different from the composite for the road.
Right.
So that is so there's the lack of, because the gentleman is director of roads. I want to read. I am still Me, I like them there, and me waiting to run against to run my mouth. And I
Right.
look and I go and I'm actively involved, asking questions. What's this? And this is my home.
Yes.
Okay, me about me get some money in my pocket. I say me retire. I don't have no mortgage to pay. My house don't pay. I have to travel the world, but my concern is home.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I come out and I come home, I vex. I know we could do better. But again, if you're sleeping with them, if you don't become a garbage bin for them and the nastiness, they don't want to hire you. Can they feel that threat? If you know a person can do the job properly,
Right.
okay, put them to do the work.
Mm.
It's like
But
no
is
sense
everybody
of
friend, everybody
urgency.
think we top heavy? It is still we are top heavy.
It's like no sense of urgency, Miss James, around here no more.
Eh?
There's no sense of urgency no more around here.
No. And then we who urgent is very crazy.
Well,
You
what's,
want to think
well,
so.
what's the rush?
You
They
got
want to know
go
what's the
answer.
rush. What's the rush?
Then what's the rush?
Yeah, what's the rush?
What's the rush?
Let me ask
you-
you this question, Ms. James. So another issue here. I mean, there's many issues everywhere, not just in the Virgin Islands, but another particular issue that at times is sort of a hot topic is the homelessness and the mentally challenged here. A lot of homeless people
That's
laying
the
around.
church. That's the church. So I
Okay.
go in there and I'm a consecrated apostle. I travel the world teaching the gospel of the kingdom. That's the church. Everybody home settled. Everybody wants a government job. The church responsibility. If you read the word of God, if you don't believe in it, you read Matthew, the church responsibility is feed the poor, clothe the sick, clothe the naked, visit the sick, and put homeless, take care of your widows and your homeless. No, the church ain't doing that. Because the pastors, them, I don't care because they know me already. They want to get a big church. You got 3 members in the church and they got a big building. They want big PR. They want big name. Okay? They live in a 7-bedroom house. And your very members, them in a place to live.
Right.
It's the church's responsibility to take care of those social needs. Remember Lutheran social service? That's what they do.
Yeah.
Catholic charities, that's what they do. Now we have this bunch of non-denominational churches pumping the people their money and tithes and offering, and you can't see a thing coming from them but fancy car and a bunch of slander. Yes, I said so. I ain't care.
Do you know how much
The truth
churches
has
is
to
in?
be told anyhow.
Do you know how many churches in St. Croix? On St. Croix?
Is that what you want?
Do you know how many churches on St. Croix?
Because I mean, here the last time they come give me more 4 and change that they know.
Okay,
And probably get
all right.
about the next 4 and change the people house.
All right then. Okay, that's
Yeah,
all.
I don't-
Four
I
and
don't
change,
know.
400?
400.
Wow, that's
Okay.
a lot. Yeah, they
I had a
Okay.
ministry, you know.
For
I had a
82 square
ministry, I had
miles. For 82 square
Kingdom
miles.
explosion.
Yes.
I had kingdom explosion. And we took care of those around us. People are come and say, me, Jay, my mother dying, and whatever the case may be, my aunt to come home. Ask them around here. I realized that my purpose in between 4 walls, that's to rape people and that thing for taking people money to those strippiness. They look important. It's not about that. It's about service. We have lost the art of serving. We have lost that discipline and the compassion to serve our own. It's become a selfish set of people. From the church come right down. They got all the big houses and fancy cars, but they're not serving the community. That's why I say, because it's so dark and so heavy and we blight.
Mhm.
Because they won't do right.
Yes, sir.
And they know to do better, but everybody's selfish about me, myself, and I. They want to be a pastor and say be a commissioner. Want to be a pastor and say be a director. Want to be a pastor. That's a big church. So how you going to do that?
Yes.
It's all about themselves, David. I don't know if I want to hear the kind of conversation tonight.
Well, we love this. This
It's
is
the
what we want to
perspective
hear.
that you
This
wanted
what?
to hear.
Yes, I.
No, well, you know, it's your perspective, of course. I mean, if this is how you feel, this is how you feel. You know, I mean, and I agree with you with a lot of what you're saying. I mean, I live here now, and you know, it's just to me, it's sad. You know, I mean, we got no money in the government, and you know, just a lot of things are.
I'm a walk out. We've got a big suitcase for $97 million every month.
Mm-hmm.
Aquan Mortgage. Here comes Peril LLC out of Fairmont, California, with a dental solution. And they get 100% gross receipt exemption. The excise tax is reduced from 6% to 1%, and they can give a minimum of $50,000 to the organization, non-charter, a charity of their choosing. Really, that's not good to
50,000
you?
out. 50,000 out of
Minimum of $50,000. Sterile LLC out of either research them, I tell you.
My gosh, oh, man, the
Yeah.
people that need to wake up. You know, did you hear the poem that I read earlier before the show started?
No, darling, I didn't hear because the phone was ringing so somebody
All
called
right.
me.
Well,
That's on the
basically,
phone.
just saying that again, the people don't need to wake up, and that's just the reality of what's going on around here.
Yeah.
You know, nobody wants to say nothing. Everybody just keeping a mum, you know, and just getting at the talk shows and just talking. But when it comes down to do action, it's like everybody's
They're
afraid.
afraid.
You
They're
know.
afraid to walk. They're afraid their job. They're afraid. They're afraid. They're afraid. They fear that the people, we have become a people of fear. I don't know when self-crucial gets a coward. We have become a bunch of cowards home. Afraid because it's about bread and butter. Listen, 8 years they're telling me I didn't work for anybody. I still don't work for anybody. Okay, that could tell you how I live.
Right.
See them bush there? I bake bread. I discover a drink that could make that taking people's sugar down, regulating the pressure. Okay, helping women with menopause. That's how I be making my living off of the bush.
Yes.
So I got in a half a water, David. Giving me $105 worth of drinks. Come on. But say to keep handing them out. Only we get to handle in the Caribbean, and you go along in Barbados, as you know, you can't even walk the street. Everybody got something selling, selling underwear, selling drinks, selling earrings, selling hair clips, selling something, selling starfish cake, selling something. Not we. We can get to the food stamp and the welfare.
Right.
We're comfortable with that.
And
I have no problem with that, for the elderly,
Exactly.
for those that
cannot help
but not
themselves.
for you that is wealth. And come on, man.
Yeah.
That's our past the colonial mentality. Let take on the man at home. Let his government take care of you. The white man take care of you. The slave master take care of you. Okay, and you look into his hands for handout instead of a hand up. New breed 8 is not about enablement, about empowerment.
Right.
Everybody was sent to the earth with a gift.
That's
What
right.
is yours?
What is your talent?
What is yours? What is your talent? What are you going to contribute? What significant contribution are you going to make to the community you're in?
Yeah.
Even that's why I said to them, even the global village, St. Croix must make a contribution.
Definitely.
And how we're doing it in our minimum way is that they had a need, or the oil glut, they had a need, they were looking for a place to store oil. St. Croix in the global village became the place that did that. Okay, we have to fix that need. But there are other needs in the community. So like I said to people, what is it that bothers you the most is the problem you've been sent to solve.
Okay.
You
That
don't
makes a
stop-
lot of
you don't
sense.
make
Yes,
that
right.
somebody,
That makes a lot of sense, Miss James.
Yeah. You are sent on the auto like this, what you're doing here, the multiple media, you've been called to that. This is what God has ordained you and anointed you to do. Multiple media, to release blessings and a different perspective that people can think differently.
Yeah.
And you see, New Breed is not just my logo. New Breed H is my logo. But New Breed is nothing new. There's a new breed of people being raised up throughout the
Every day,
earth
yeah.
that thinking different.
But Miss
And
James,
you're
you're
one
like,
of them.
it's like they're afraid, man. It's like, and we keep saying it. It's like, when are we up to when we are writing coming into the studio tonight? We are having the same conversation. When are my people going to realize it's time for them to wake up and stop, and just stop being afraid and just stand up for what they need, not what they want, but what they need. You know, because it's just past time now, man. You know.
It's way past time.
But David, let me say this to them. Like I said that in a meeting I had with Administrator Miss Stephanie Williams about 2 years ago when she came into office.
Mm-hmm.
I said, Mr. Lyle, something. If you all don't deal with these Puerto Ricans that come in and taking over children's job, don't tell me, oh, our children can't pass drug tests. Oh, you only smoke marijuana. And them are coming here with heroin and cocaine shooting up. But are you testing them to come in here and taking our jobs? And it's okay. I said to her, there might be these boys that you are disenfranchising now. Might be boys now. I said, when they be, I said, there's going to be a time you don't want an Arab uprising here in St. Croix. Because, David, the way we're going, a hungry man is an angry man.
Yep.
And despite what you may say about our young men, they love their children, and when they can't get to feed,
That's
they get to
right.
send. Listen, 20 men are kind of selling we can't walk. 20 men are kind of selling we can't walk, David.
I know. Someone's gonna lose out.
Okay? All right? 20 men are kind of selling we can't walk to go feed children cross, yeah.
And
Yeah.
take a
And
retaliation.
eventually, these young men in the corner, when they wake up, because they're out, they hear me tell you they're going to wake up. And God help us in St. Croix.
All right, Miss James, we're gonna leave it at that.
Yes, darling, thank you so much.
You want to share any kind of like contact, like your telephone number, your email address, so people can get a hold of you? If there's
Go on my Facebook page, Patricia M. James, and I'm in America right now. I had to come here to put some trucks on the road. Okay, he said to start a business here in America and back home is a shame, eh?
Yes, sir.
okay.
Yes, I'm doing that because one more issue I want to touch, if you don't mind. I'm doing that because I want to understand now where Casper Holstein and the other fellows had to leave St. Croix, had to leave the struggle home and come to America and make the money and send it back home.
Yes,
understand why now.
Okay.
When you have my students there, my young boys them, because Mr. Chuck Knight brought to my attention, and he said to me, let me show you something. He said they had the Latin American games, and I was saying, where was the host team? He said that St. Thomas had 3 different uniforms. Then the other teams them had changed their uniform, and our boys them the host team playing in T-shirts. Let me tell you, David, when I heard that order, it was my own my child I squeezed out that was wearing a T-shirt. I was hurt. You're telling me that a marker soul can sponsor a proper team home?
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
That's
so
really,
I came up with,
that's really deep.
Yes, so that's one of my stuff to get 1 or 2 trucks on the road. Got some young man up here. Look at my son drives trucks, and he knows his own vehicle, his own trucks. And come to start a truck in business. We're waiting for our EIN number to come in now.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And my intention is to sponsor a little league team that will wear proper uniform.
Okay.
Set the example. I hope. You see, let me go. See, our agrarian mentality is incredible that we hold back to.
Yeah,
St. Thomas is more commercial.
Yes.
And they come under that Jewish influence of giving a 10% to philanthropy. St. Croix people they never got. You could buy clothes and then from now till midnight till all and ask them now to please give you a donation for your child for FBLA. And I was told now by a business partner, I spent thousands in the shop.
Because
the attorney asking attorney for money, who coming to the government to ask for waivers and his project, his $600 million project, and he gives the child $50. This is about going on home. We told low. They understand the principle of works. Seed time and harvest, sowing and reaping. If you sow in your community, you will get a harvest back in your business to give more seed, to sow more. But they don't understand that kind of selfish.
That's what we need.
St. Thomas will always be ahead of us because they know how to give into the community. When we want to stinge, the prosperity don't come from stinge. You could never get rich by stingy. They come by sowing a seed and watching a harvest. So I intend to give, my intention is once the truck them start to sponsor and that's a league team, New Breed 8 LLC, and to also sponsor the St. Croix National, the St. Croix All-Star team. That's the goal that me and my family have to contribute home because they can't give me nothing home. They say, you know, the bank them telling me no. I come into Wells Fargo, ask the man a question, he send me a profile, agree, Miss James, do so and so and come back to us. That's what we're dealing with here. And next thing, we don't have no banking industry home.
Not for us.
Yeah.
Not for the locals
There's
anyhow.
No banking industry, don't learn how to handle us like we begging them to put the money in the bank.
Yes.
How they treat us, and like I said, where is the lieutenant governor, the director of banking and insurance to know the condescending attitudes that we, the nation, confronted with the bankers, with these banks that are bringing the place? Where are to be? David, let me go. Hear me?
Ms. James, we do appreciate your time.
Yes, we do. We do for sure, man.
Wish you all the best in your future endeavors, man.
Well, we're gonna have you back on again in the future, man, to continue the conversation. You know.
You don't have to find me, Dave. You don't have to find me, babe. You will be keeping track to see how they handle the sales tax and the grocery receipts tax, and they want to kill us with now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And the senators them don't know how to handle it, so they table it now, and everybody stuck will be threatened now with follow and payless days.
Yeah.
David, I love you. Let me go here.
Stay strong.
God bless you all.
All
Thank
right.
you for the opportunity, and we will talk some more.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right. Thank you. Take care. Be safe.
I will. Bye-bye.
All right. Yeah, it's your Perspective Talk show.
Yeah. So that was Patricia James.
Yeah, fire it up, man.
She's fired up.
She has all right to be.
Yeah.
You know,
she's a concerned citizen, Soup.
Yeah, man. It's about time, David. It's about time, man. Because what this is the 31st legislation now in office, right?
This is 32nd.
Okay, 32nd. So that
just
means
went in
32nd, 32 by 2. That's 60 what? That's 62, 64?
64.
So 64 years and counting that we've been doing this nonsense. and we still at where we at today.
Yeah,
You
nowhere
understand me?
really.
Nowhere.
Nowhere. Still struggling.
Nowhere. We come in here, we drop in gullies, man. There ain't no more potholes on the road, man. It's gullies. Okay? Yeah,
Yeah.
ain't no more potholes no more.
Moon craters,
yeah,
man.
Yeah,
Moon craters, man.
so people wake up. That's all I could tell you. Wake up.
Yeah.
The time is now. Wake up. And again, you have a businessman that's going to be the president of the United States. That's all he knows is money, economics. Okay?
Yeah.
So if I think I'm going to be having these free services continuing, we have a new day upon
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Okay? So
Yeah, for sure,
wake
man.
up, people. That's all I can tell you. Wake up, Dred. It's time.
Yeah, so this is the It's Your Perspective Talk Show every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. until. Our telephone number is 340-201-9005. Our website, most importantly, streaming live from the VI.com. You can watch or listen to our show every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We're live from the Green Room here at the High Tech, Low Tech studio, man. So, yeah, we want to thank our guest tonight, Patricia James. I do remember her from back in the day in school days there. She's got a lot to say. She is a concerned citizen. I want to thank her. Soup, any final words, man?
All praises be to Kidamawa Empire this last year. The first, Rastafari lives, one perfect love.
Yeah, we like to say one perfect love is our prayers and his blessings, man. When you put it all together, man, you have no other choice but to come out with a perfect love, man. And that's what it's about here in 2017. We'll be back tomorrow night. We got a big show lined up. It's already been confirmed. Check after midnight for the post on who our guests will be tomorrow night. All right, so we're out. Peace.
There's something so special about this girl. The whole world listens when she speaks. Sing a melody, sing a melody, sing a melody with such clarity. Sing a melody, sing a melody, sing a melody. DJ, me have a special request. Only to be blessed by this girl in particular. Them say she full of niceness, relieve all your stress. That's why all over the world she well popular. She make me waistline a wobble. Baseline a bubble. Only for good vibrations. So when me getting on, the whole dance a rock for me stepping on. She's the sweetest thing in this world. I feel her like my heart beat. There's something so special about this girl. The whole world listens when she speaks. She makes me wanna sing a melody, sing a melody, sing a melody with such clarity. Sing a melody, sing a melody, sing a melody. She never lets me down. Me up is in fear and she me call for start the festivities. Always good for inspiration, especially when you're chilling in a dance session. She put a pep in your step and make you skank along with the sound system, which is the foundation, along with the proper equalization. She'll move you and groove you, yeah. She's the sweetest thing in this world. I feel her like my heart beat. There's something so special about this girl. The whole world listens when she speaks. She makes me wanna sing a melody, sing a melody, sing a melody with such clarity. Sing a melody, sing a melody, sing a melody. She'll hit you with the classics. She's